Hello there, Libra, and welcome to your June 2019 reading. This is for Sun, Moon, and Rising Libra signs. My name is Aaron, and this is my channel, Bliss Extravaganza. If you wish to book a personal reading with me, the information to contact me will be in the description box below, as well as the services or the readings that I provide for you. Unfortunately, the website that I have, I'm having technical difficulties with. I'm currently speaking to the web provider about. So that should be fixed fairly soon, but I really do apologize for the inconvenience. So because of the inconvenience, I will give all of my readings 50% off. For information, again, just contact me below. I will be happy to share. With that being said, I am an empath and a clairvoyant, so a lot of messages do come through. I do ask you, please bear with me. I'm still new to this. Not new to the whole thing, but just new to the acceptance of my just working with my gift. I am new to it, so there is a certain things that I'm just bear with me, please. But I do get feelings from both sides, both messages like spirit and humans, like physical and spiritual. I do get feelings from both sides. I get images, phrases, songs, like different things from both sides. So, usually more so from spirit than the physical, but it has. I really do have to sift through it, and then once I sift through it, I have to funnel it into one, just like one concise point, and just convey that point to you in the best way that I can. But with that being said, in the middle you have your cards for each week of the month of June. On the far left-hand side are cards that just flew out while I was shuffling, and on the far right-hand side are the messages that you're supposed to take away from this reading, the messages that you're supposed to leave this reading with. And on the right-hand side of the cards in the middle is the advice for each week that Spirit wants to give you for that week. Now, with that being said, let's jump right in. So for the first week, you have the 3 of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups, the 9 of Rods. I've been saying Wands all this time. Why do I want to say Rods? The 9 of Rods, the Page of Pentacles. I almost said the Ace of Pentacles, though. It's almost like the Ace brings you, like the Page brings you an 8. The Ace of Pentacles, oh my gosh. The Page of Pentacles and the 10 of Swords. And the advice for the week is the Anchor card. So what I feel is like you're really open to working with other people. Like you're really open to working with, I feel like you're coming from a place of readiness. Like you're coming from a place of like I'm ready to work with people. I'm ready to work with other people. And Spirit's like, just about. Like almost. But you're willing to work with other people. And I really feel like the advice ties in so well with this week. It's more of like being strong in who you are and being strong in yourself really does help the relationships that you have. Excuse me. It really does help the relationship. It really helps you so much. Like just being secure in yourself, grounding yourself, really just understanding meditation. I feel like more so meditation than grounding. I feel like getting your chakras aligned or like Kundalini, like really just getting things in their own perspective. Oh, there's so many of you. I don't like general readings. I don't so much. So really, this working with this camaraderie that you have with your for some of you, the camaraderie that you have with your partner is very important. I feel like working on that and building up on that and really For others of you, I feel like it's about first. Oh, stop. No, not everywhere. This is everywhere. Your scars are finally seen, is what I'm seeing. Your scars are finally seen. Your hard work is finally seen. Like you're finally being seen. And because you're being seen, or because like some of you need to express your feelings. You need to express your feelings. Like it's not like, oh, I'm asking you. No, I'm telling you. You need to express your feelings. Like this is important. You're feeling your scars. You're feeling your wounds. You're feeling your lessons. You're feeling them. Express them. Express them. Because the only reason that the Page of Pentacles comes in with the Ace of Pentacles is because you express your feelings. Like, unless you express those feelings, like, you can't complain about not winning a competition you never even signed up for. Like, you can't go to a competition and then be upset that you didn't win the prize when you didn't even put your name in to participate. Like, you can't get anything. Like, closed mouths don't get fed. Like, speak up. Speak up. You have a strong. I feel like a lot of you have a strong backing. Like, you have a strong backing, and it's really just you speaking up. Like, you are more than capable of this back and forth. Like, they pour into your cup what you lack, and you pour into their cup what they lack, and it's just this back and forth growth. Whether it be in business or personal, there's this back and forth growth. But unless you speak up, your growth and your success will be stagnant. Unless you speak up, it'll just stay where it is. It just won't move forward. Like, you need to speak up. You need to express yourself. I would say express yourself and try to express yourself in a way that's a bit. Be true to you, but don't. What is it? Like, be true to you, but be careful of how you come off, like the strength within it. Like, still, like, express yourself, but be wary of the strength that you're giving off when you're expressing yourself. I feel like, yeah, because once you express, it's almost as if, like, what I'm getting is, like, it's as if I expressed myself to someone, and then they went and they were like, well, yeah, Aaron's really feeling this way, or he's really having trouble, and someone's like, oh, I know a guy that can help him out. It's almost like you expressing yourself opens that door for this blessing to come through. Like, it opens the door for it to happen, and it becomes like the end of it. Like, you expressing yourself really. And I feel like at the end of the week, everything comes out. Like in the beginning of the week, like, it's all fine and dandy. You're working, like, this is like, I don't know. Like, for some of you, I feel like it's out of nowhere. But for others of you, I feel like this is the way it's supposed to happen. Like, this is the way it was supposed to just unravel. Like, everything is fine and dandy. Like, you're fine in your relationships. You're fine in this thing that you're doing. This relationship that you're working on, you're fine, and then something happens. You start licking your scars, licking your wounds. You really start feeling them. And Spirit's asking you to really just come from a place of security and stability when you do speak upon these feelings. And when you do speak upon these feelings, a message will arise, or an opportunity will arise for you, or be brought to you. And it will be the end. And it's just almost like I feel like for a select few of you, like at the end of the week, like after this opportunity comes, like everything just spills out, which is fine. I mean, it's fine, but just don't be a hot mess. Like, don't be a hot mess about it. There's a time and a place for everything, but just really staying strong is important this week. Like really staying strong and true to yourself, and really, really being true to yourself is very, 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 very important for this week, I feel. So for the second week, we're moving on because I'm not getting anything else from the first week. The second week, you have the Three of Wands, the Eight of Wands. It's an 8, right? Yep. The 8 of Wands, the King of Cups, the Death card, the Four of Swords, and the Bird. Now, for the Bird, I really needed clarification. The Bird, for me, is just more of like a gossip card, or like rumors, or there's it's really much more. It's a card that represents for me about watching what you say or watch what others say around you, and more so about how to handle that. So I needed clarification about that because it's just such a wide range card for me. And the clarifications I got were the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Wands reversed. Seven of Wands? Yep, the Seven of Wands reversed. So what this is telling me is just like, don't give anything power that doesn't need power. Like, if people are talking about you, just let them talk about you. Just let them talk about you. Who cares? The people who work with you, the people who got your back, that strong, supportive foundation, like that, those people who are there for you, the real MVPs are the only ones who should matter. The fact that other people are talking about you are people who don't know you or understand you fully. Those are people with incomplete information about you. And it is not your purpose, or it is not your responsibility to go and correct those people. It is not. That is wasted time and energy. Like, it is not. Like, you do you, and what you do will shine and shut those people up. Like, they cannot argue with the facts that are presented to them at all. They can't argue. Like, if someone needs a doctor and they're saying, oh, he's not a doctor, he this, that, and the other, and you actually go in and you fix the person, like, they end up looking stupid. Because they didn't have enough information about you. They didn't know enough about you to make those assumptions or to make those accusations. So it's almost like the problem fixes itself in this week. So I really wouldn't give any gossip or hearsay or anything any power. Like, even if the person gets away with it, even if it's dirty, I feel like you just being yourself and standing in your power will definitely speak volumes louder than whatever this person said or whatever these group of people are saying about you. I feel like it's just a person, though. Whatever's happening that is word of mouth, that is very hurtful or harmful, just know that, dealing with that and making an effort to correct that is just not your place. It's not your place. Like, that's what I'm feeling. Like, it's not your place. So just letting that go and just letting the flow of the universe and the flow of the universe that we call karma, like the flow of the universe correct itself, like just allowing it to correct itself is all you really need to do. Like, there's no need to do anything more than just allow the flow of the universe to correct itself and just to worry about you and what you're doing and how you need to move forward. Like, that's the only thing you need to be concentrating on, because that's the only thing that matters. So in the beginning of the week, you have the Three of Wands. Now, the Three of Wands, I feel like you are sitting there with these options in front of you, and you're deciding, like, you don't have enough. I'm feeling like you don't have enough. I don't have enough information. I don't have the clearance. I don't have the acceptance. I don't have the letter saying the go ahead. They giving me the go ahead. Like, I don't have it. So I'm just sitting here staring at my options. I don't have it, but I'm staring at my options. and some news comes to you that really strikes you hard in your emotions. Like some news comes to you that really just kind of brings out the strength that you have emotionally. Or it's almost like a reflex, like it's a defense mechanism. Yeah, because this new opportunity presents this new opportunity presents itself. For some of you, I feel like you don't take it. You don't take it. Why would you not take, that is just so... Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Why would you not take it? Why would they... Oh, it's not for me to ask. Huh. So, for some of you, you don't take the opportunity. For others of you, I feel like... Okay. Alright, I get it. For some of you in that first, that first week, really just do not allow that 9 of Wands energy to really take over. Do not allow that, because it is just, it's not worth it. It is not worth it. Yes, you got hurt. Yes, this, that, and the other. We make mistakes. We're human. We are not robots. We are not perfect. We make mistakes. It's not... We make mistakes. Just move on, move forward. Try not to let it get to you. But really express yourself and express your want and your need to move forward, or your need to recover, or to your strength will be expressed during... Your strength will be shown during this expression, I feel. Or it needs to show. But really use your discernment for that first week. Now, for the second week, you're really looking at your options, and there's some news that is coming to you. Some news. I'm getting okay. First, I get because they're showing me the Ace of Pentacles. And at first, they showed me the 10, and then they showed me 7, and then they showed me 8. And then 1. So 10, 7, 8, 1. 10, 7, 8, 1. There is so much behind this blessing. There is so much behind this blessing that you're really going to have to make a change. You're honestly... I am feeling like there's no other way around it. There's no other way around it. There's... a spade is a spade. I'm calling it. There's no other way around it. I don't understand. I feel like a change is needed. That is just a requirement. It is needed. A change is needed, whether it be mental or physical. But I feel like a change is needed because it's going to be important in the... and by physical change, I mean physically doing something. Physically doing something. Let's say if you go for a walk, or if you take classes about becoming a Reiki healer, or you're going to yoga, or you're joining, you're actively doing something, you're physically taking, there needs to be change. Now, with some of you, I feel like you really need to think about this change. You really need to rest. Not rest per se, but I really think that you really need to understand where you need to change. And don't concentrate on how this change is going to happen, just really try to understand and grasp this change, and really try to come from a place of compassion for yourself, but not compassion in the sense of you can't have anyone else tell you about yourself. You are you. Like, you can't have anyone else tell you about you. You are you. So you need to really, I feel like I'm getting hermit. You really need to, oh my gosh. Okay, so in the beginning you have there's this, you're looking at your options, you're not really making a decision, so you're standing still in the fork in the road is what I'm seeing. You're standing still in the fork in the road, you're really not making decisions. Some information comes in that really has you in your feelings or in your emotions, or it's almost like a reflex, or like it's almost like a reflex. And then, you know, with this, they're really asking you to look at it more so as an opportunity of change, or an opportunity to change, or like an opportunity that they are willing. Because for me, you either get it done, or Spirit's going to put you in a predicament where there is no other choice but to get it done. Like, and that predicament may come up 5 years, 10 years, 20, like, or even next week, or within a couple of months, like, but they are going to get you to that point. So there is a reason for everything that they do, and a reason for everything that you go through. And I feel like either this change is going to happen, it needs to happen, it has to happen, and either it happens now, or willingly, or it happens later, you know, and you have no other choice but to deal with it, or but to deal with it as it is, or as it presents itself. So it's really your choice. Like, it really is your decision. Like, we as humans, we can take a blessing and completely destroy our lives with that blessing, or we can take a blessing and completely just shoot up into success, into joy, into one. Like, we completely can just take off and just have a wonderful life, and really just make that blessing work for us. Because we have that duality as humans, it's very hard for Spirit, from what I understand, it's very hard for Spirit to interact with us, because, you know, Spirit needs to know what, like, where are you at mentally? Like, where are you at? And by Spirit, I mean spirit guides, guardian angels, you know, past life family members, or past life loved ones, who love us so much and just want to be there to help us throughout our lives. Guardian angels, spirit guides, you know, people who are beings of a higher vibration, who are just there to love us and to help us through it, and to also, you know, we all came here for some reason. We all agreed to something on some reason. There's something that we want to take away from this human experience that we're in, and like, they just want to make sure that you get that you get what you're looking for, that you get what you want, that you get what you deserve, because you do put in a lot of work. This was a big thing to come into a world as human is a big thing. Like, it's just because it's so complex. You have many lessons to learn, many blessings to give, many ways in the fabric of this universe that you need to work in as human. It's just a big thing. So they want to make sure that you go forward, or you move forward in the best way, and that you're happy, really, really happy, but also that you get what you came here for. You came here for a reason, and so they want to make sure that you get what you came here for. So, I mean, they can only do so much, though. They can only tell us so much, and they can only interfere so much and do so much for us. And the rest really has to come from us. And that's what I feel about this week, is that it really has to come from you. Like, it really, really, really does. It really has to come from you. So, with this change, you have to want this change. You really have to want this change. Despite what anyone says about you, you really need to take, I feel like you need to take, with this week, you need to take some time. And with any information that you get, with any gossip, with anything that, you know, with anything that comes in this week, I feel like it's just take it with a grain of salt, but take it. You know, like take it, just receive the information, but don't like just set it in concrete and, you know, what you received is what you received. Like that is it. Now for some of you, I feel like this is a very emotionally stable person coming through. This is a very emotionally stable person coming through to help you make a decision and really help you on your path forward. Like I feel like this person is with you on this path forward or is with you on this change. This is only for some of you. For the rest of you, it has to come from you. But for some of you, I feel like this person who's just really emotionally stable, Cancer, Pisces, there's something about it. There's something about it that is just like, this person comes in, they're very stable, they're very caring, I get Cancer. They're very caring, they're very loving, they're just very like, they come in, they're very emotionally stable, and they're coming in to help you make a decision, not make it for you. They're coming in to help you make a decision, not make it for you. So they provide that emotional stability that you need in order to make this. And it's like news of this person coming in or this person is coming in. Like I feel like the 8 of Wands is either this person coming in or news of this person coming in for those people. But this person provides this change or this, you know, emotionally stable point where, you know, and they're really there with you when you do change, but you really need to, you know, they're there with you when you change, and when you change, it's almost like a butterfly. Like you really wrap yourself in this cocoon, and this emotionally stable person is there for you while you're in this cocoon state. This is for some of you. For others of you, I feel like with this person who's emotionally stable is definitely going to be an asset, because they're going to, while you're going through this change, or while this change is happening, you really, like this emotional person, for 2 or 3 of you, I feel like it's a funeral or a death. But for others of you, I feel like whatever change that this is going through, I'm sorry if this seemed like very like nonchalant when I said that, but Spirit doesn't really see death as a big thing. Like it's a big thing for us, and when we experience death, like death of a loved one or death of someone we care about, death of someone close to us, like when we experience that, the energy that we release or the energy that we give off is just very intense and very, you know, but that's the Spirit like pays attention to that, you know, the energy that you give off. So for Spirit, death isn't really just, death is a human thing. Death is just nothing more than a transition. So when I said that, it just, I want to apologize if it came off cold, but when I said that, it was just coming from Spirit's feeling of like, this is just a transition from one place to another. Like it's not really a big thing. But it's only for like a very, 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 very few of you. Like very small. This news someone hid from you is not the time to be passive about it. Like this is not the time to be passive about this news. Like this is not the time to stand your ground, this, that, and the other, whatever. What happened in the past happened in the past, baby. Leave it in the past. Okay? Do what you have to do as an adult. But leave that stuff in the past. Move forward. That's just, okay, that's for some of you. But for others of you, you know, this person comes in with the stability because they help you through this change. Like, it's almost as if, you know, through this change, you're really taking on this change seriously. And this person who's emotionally stable really just does provide that outlet for you. So while you're resting and going through this change and metamorphosizing, this person is really just, you know, kind of lightening you up. Change isn't easy. if it was easy, everyone would willingly go through change without opposition. There would be no conflicts or anything. Like, if change was easy, everyone would just go through it. All right, so for the third week, you had a lot. So for the third week, you had the King of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Tower, the Sun, the Queen of Cups, and the card was the Dog. Now, when I tell you, when I was sitting there and meditating on this week, I felt this absolute love and like this loyalty that comes from complete love. Like, they're loyal to you because they absolutely love you. They see the beauty in you, and they see the person you are, and they love you. Like, this loyalty, it was just so beautiful. It was so beautiful, so beautiful. But there were a couple of cards that I really needed clarification, because I was like, why am I feeling this energy? But then the messages that I'm getting are just like why? What's up with the Tower then? What's up with these cards? So I really had to clarify them. And the clarifiers you got were the Ten of Cups and the Two of Cups. Ten of Cups. Hey, how you doing? I'm sorry. The Ten of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. You do have a lot of tens, like a Ten of Swords, two Ten of Pentacles. Like, you have a lot of tens going on. So I'm really not surprised that, I would connect those two. Like, it's really a lot of tens. Like, there is a lot of completion for you, Libra. A lot of completion. A lot of it. But in the third week, I see really you gathering strength, because while you're transforming, or while you're really going through this change, you're really resting up. But while you're resting up, you're becoming sharper. You're becoming more intuitive. You're becoming more aware. And while you do this, it really has you build into the king, like the King of Swords energy. Like, this is a part of you. It's almost like a part of you that you have within you that can come out. So this part of you is like taking dominance for this week. And it's really just like you're coming from a place of clarity, where you want to go, what you want to do. And you're really conveying that point very, not strictly, but you're really conveying that point just very clearly, and with this, you're really standing in that. It's almost like in the beginning of the week, you stand in this energy. You stand in that energy, and but Spirit wants you to wait just a little bit. It's almost like kinetic energy. Like, you're building up the energy, but you need to stay there with that energy, because the next few things that are going to transpire really are going to be really going to need that energy that you've been like holding. Like, that energy in the beginning of the week, you really need to hold on to and really need to stay in. And I feel like with staying in that energy for, I think, like 2 or 3 days, with staying in that energy, you really need to, because this Tower moment that comes is the blessing. The blessing. It is the Ten of Pentacles. It is that stability. It is that blessing. It is that gratitude. It is that blessing that comes, because a lot of signs, like, they get blessings. A lot of people who I give messages to, like, oh, this blessing's coming through, their face lights up and they're excited and this, and I'm like, listen, blessings is a blessing can be, and most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, is a double-edged sword. Like, it comes with its own downfalls. It's not all just roses and just sunshine and pancakes. Like, it comes with its own downfalls. There are some like I've been explaining, this is the example I've been using a lot. Like, if you win the lottery, you have all this money, but then people start to show their true self. Like, now you have to find a fiduciary, now you have to find a lawyer, now you have to make a will, now you have to spend this money properly. Like, are you going to buy a house? Are you going to invest it? Like, a lot more responsibilities are put on you because of this blessing. It is a wonderful blessing, and it will change your life for the rest of your life. Winning the lottery will, but it comes with its own price. Like, blessings come with their price that you have to pay. Yes, you've been through the work, and yes, very rarely, very, 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 very rarely does a blessing come through and you don't pay the price, or like there's a very, very small, insignificant price. But usually, from my understanding, is that when a blessing is given to you, it's either a small price with a big meaning or a big connotation. It's like a big meaning. Like it's large significance. Like there's a small price with a large significance, or a large price with a small significance, or something you're supposed to take away from it, and vice versa. Like blessings just can be very versatile. But I feel like with this blessing that you're getting, between like, you are waiting in this power of the King of Swords. Like, you are waiting in this power of getting ready to pass judgment. Like, you're in this, like, getting ready to just say, this is this is that, this is how this is going to go, this is no, like, putting your ducks in a row. You're getting ready to, you're holding on to that energy, and this blessing comes in, and it really, like, it tears you down. Like, it tears you down. And Spirit really wants you to focus on your relationships that you have. Because there are certain relationships, I feel like for some of you, for a majority of some of you. I don't know why. For a majority of some of you, it's almost like Spirit has me feel different energies, but like different groups of energies in different places. And it's like, well, a large chunk of each group. Like, for a majority of some of you. But it's not like a whole. It's not a whole. But it's just like some. But, you have a very strong, very, 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 very strong relationships with family or with business partners. Or there's someone you can count on in your environment that's already there. And you know them. You know them. And there's someone you can count on. Like, you absolutely know you can count on, that's there, that can provide you with that stability from that Tower card. They will, like, bring you in the voice of sanity. Like, they will be the voice of reason. Like, it's just this, there are people around you who, in your moment of need or in your time of need, really do satiate that need. They really do fill that need. You say that you need this, and they give it to you. Like, you have it. Like, it's like, hey man, I really need your help to, like, you're delegating these tasks. Like, hey, could you help me with this? And like, what you lack, they have, and what they lack, you have. And it's just like, with the Two of Cups, I feel like this is just you saying, hey, my cup is empty. Can you give me what I lack? And they just have an abundance of it, and they're like, sure, of course, yes, I have time for you, yes, I have time to help you, yes, I would love to help you. And it's just, they pour that into you, they pour that work into you, they give it to you freely, willingly, lovingly, they give it to you, and it really does help you so much. It really just does I feel like it's putting things in perspective, like it's putting things where they should be. It's kind of like, it's like you show up, like Spirit's giving me, like you're showing up at their door with all these things in your hand, and you're like, help me organize it. Like, and then like all these memories, all these, like you're showing up with like boxes of memories, boxes of things, boxes of pictures, like showing up like paperwork. You're showing up at their door with paperwork, and you're like, here, help me fix this. And they're like, okay, sure. Table's over there. Like, you really don't, like, they really put things in perspective for you, or they're that person that you really can rely on in those. So they're going to take that blessing, and they're going to help you assimilate it to your life, and they're really going to help you. They're really going to. I feel like this is connected to that person, that stable, that emotionally stable person. Like, they're really going to, like, they show up in your life, but they're there in waiting for a reason. Like, they're there for a reason. They're just lying in wait because their true hour to shine, for some of you, their true hour to shine will be at this moment. Now, for others of you, I just feel like this is just someone you already know outside of that person. Like, that person came in to the second week for a certain reason, but there are other people in the third week that you need. Like, that's either beyond that person, or just there are other people who can better deal with this blessing than that person. Or it may just be one and the same. But what have you, it really does, you really do feel the appreciation, or the appreciation for your relationship really is felt between you two, and it really does strengthen your bond, and it really just live in that. Like, it's almost as if, like, I'm looking over and I'm seeing how hard they're working for me, and my heart is just filled with so much love and so much appreciation. I feel appreciated. I feel grateful that I had these people in my life. Like, for some of you, there was a time you resented them, but now there's a time, like, you are, like, this blessing comes through and it really puts a lot of things. I feel like that's the Tower card, though. The Tower card is only because the blessing comes in, and it's such a grand blessing, and it's so grand that it's just like, you have no other choice but to ask for help. You have no other choice but to ask for help. And that help then sheds light on, like, you already know the people, like, the people who you knew you could rely on are actually stepping up to the plate to help you to move forward, are really helping you and filling your cup and giving you the tools that you need. For some of you, I feel like giving you the tools. But for others of you, I feel like they're doing it with you, by you. They're doing it with you. Anyway, this great sense of loyalty. Really hold on to that. That's what this week is about, is your relationships and your bonds, and knowing that the people around you are there for you and are willing to do what they need to do for you. Like, this is, like, I feel like that's the most important part of it, is just those relationships and the bonds that you share with those people who are there at your weakest moments, who are there at your strongest moments, who are there during your blessings, who are there during your downfalls. Those are the people that you like, that feeling that you get, you really need to assimilate into your spirit. Like, really just infuse it into your spirit. Because I feel like it's just, because when you feel that, they feel that. They feel it. And sometimes, for some of you, I feel like it's more of like, the moment that you get it into, like, it's almost like the moment that you have it intertwined into your spirit, it's just like your body then just reacts to it. It's like you gave your body medicine, and your body's reaction to the medicine is to assimilate that medicine into the body so that it fights off the virus. Like, it's almost like you assimilate this gratitude into your spirit, and because you assimilate this, because you incorporate this, because you incorporate this feeling of gratitude into your spirit, you really start, it's almost like the body reacts to it. The body reacts to the incorporation of gratitude in your spirit, and it's almost like you start doing things without noticing. Like, you start showing gratitude and affection to people, like, just like it's second nature, like, just like it's a reflex, which is, it's going to be very important for you down the line. Like, Spirit wants to know, this is for the general. Now, I feel like this message is for the general. Spirit wants you to know your own depths. Like, Spirit always wants us to know our own depths. Like, this is how deep our love is. Like, this is how deep we can love. This is how deep we can be in understanding. This is how deep we can be in gratitude. This is how deep, like, Spirit wants you to know your capabilities. Like, that's the most important part. This is your capacity for love. This is your capacity for forgiveness. This is your capacity for, and they want you to own that. They want you to own that. If you want to expand it, then expand it. They will be more than willing and more than happy to help you expand that if you want to expand it, but you need to be careful and be, like, you need to be careful, and you need to be cognizant of what you're asking for. Be careful of what you ask for. But, it's just this moment is just one moment of many that Spirit really wants you to experience the depth of your capabilities when it comes to these things. So really, it's like a double meaning. It's definitely going to help you, like incorporating this feeling of gratitude is definitely going to help you, and it's a depth that you're going to reach at another time, but you're cognizant of the depth. Like, at least you know how deep you can love. At least you know how deep, like, you move forward with this information, and it's wonderful. You move forward with this feeling, and it's almost like I feel like for a lot of you, it really does get rid of that dark cloud before it even begins. Like, the dark cloud, like, one of the dark clouds used to be a problem, but because of you incorporating this, like, they're really emphasizing this. Because of the incorporation of this sense of deep gratitude for the people who have helped you with this blessing, because of this deep gratitude, you incorporate it into your spirit and you're starting to react to it. Like, it's definitely going to help you along the line. Like, it's definitely in this new place, in this new area. I feel like in this new space of this blessing that's being given to you, in this new space, it's definitely going to help you more than harm you. And those bad experiences or bad habits or like it's never going to come up again. It's never, because it has no room. It has it has no room. The gratitude really does shine so that there is not a corner or a space for darkness to dwell. Like, it really does shine through. So whenever it's almost as if, like, whenever you get to that point, or you start to get to that point, the light of that gratitude shines through, and it's almost as if it's like, nah, I have a strong group of people I can rely on. You talk to them, you ask for their advice, and you just, like, you're fine. Definitely works out for you in the end. Like, it definitely does. So in the last week of June, you have the 3 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, the 4 of Wands, the Temperance, the 5 of not swords. Why swords? The 5 of Wands, and the the Rain card. Now, I clarified the 5 of Wands with the clarifier for the 5 of Wands was the Justice card. Of course, you're a card. But I don't really feel like I justice is served, yes, but it's a lot. Like, it's just so complex. So complex. So, okay, so with this newness, with this gratitude, it really the gratitude ushers in the celebration, or this feeling of celebration, or you want to celebrate. You're going off, you're getting a good send-off, you're getting, like, whatever it is, like, you're really into this next cycle. You're really getting this wonderful send-off. It really is. And you're really reveling in it. It's almost like, blah, 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 blah. I got my blessing, blah, blah, blah. I graduated, or something. I got this blessing. It came in. I have very strong people to support me, to help me out with assimilating this blessing into my life, or with incorporating it into my everyday life, or my life, and to really help me prepare. My plane leaves in a week, but within that week, I'm just enjoying the fruits of my labor. I'm just enjoying the people around me. I'm getting things prepared for this new place. That's what I'm feeling for some of you. Like, it's almost as if, like, there's a reason to celebrate. Like, everything is done. Like, what needs to be done is done, and, like, you're just waiting for the fine details to come through. And within waiting for those fine details to come through, you're just really enjoying yourself and enjoying the fruits of your labor, which is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. And within this joy, you find stability, or with the ring card, I can only assume that it is a marriage, or there is this sense like someone pops the question. Like, it's wonderful. It is wonderful. Or someone comes to you with no, there's something about you. There's definitely something about you. It's more stability. That's what I'm getting, though. Most of all, out of everything, it is this stable, like I'm getting found, like Spirit is giving me a picture of a foundation of a house. Like they're giving me this picture of the foundation of a house. The foundation. Like this is the foundation. This is what your life will sit upon. Like this is it. Now it's time to build the walls and to put in the plumbing and to but you have the foundation. The foundation is there. So there's this strong foundation that you have at the end of the week. And it really brings balance to you. It really does bring balance to your body, your soul, your mind. It really just does bring balance to you, if even for a moment. And sometimes when there's toxic people around us, this balance can really upset them because they are imbalanced. And it's almost as if like, why do I need to sit here and see you happy? Or why do I need to sit here and see you balanced while I'm sitting over here unbalanced? It's like, get out of my face with that. Like, I really don't, there's no need for that. But, okay, so I'm getting two messages with the ring card. The first message is like, you need to make a commitment to yourself. And the second message is that someone's going to make a commitment to you that's really going to bring in balance. Like, it's just, you lucky SOB. Huh. But that's what I'm getting. Like, but, because you come from a place of light, because you come from a place, like as I said before, like gratitude, the light that gratitude shines in your life, in your body, in your soul, the light that gratitude shines, it just leaves no room for it just leaves no room for anything negative. It really doesn't. So, anything brought against you will fail. Like anything brought against you would fail. So, they're going to start fights, or they're going to start arguments, or they're going to push and press and prod and poke you and poke the bear and like push those buttons. But you're like, it's up to you. Like, it's up to you to know that if you wanted to go there, you will win. You will win for sure. If you want to go there, you will win for sure. But you don't need to go there because what you've done, what you've come from, what has happened thus far will speak for itself, and there is no need to speak. There is no need to talk. There is no need. Like, it's already like there is no need. Yeah, like there's no need, but there is definitely a commitment. Yay! Congratulations, love it. I absolutely do. So on the far left, you have the cards that just kind of like flew out while I was shuffling. You have the reverse strength. I do read reversals. I feel like reversals are very important. Reversals are just as important as cards that are upright. They are just as important. We do need the good and the bad in order to move forward. Like, if anything, humanity, and I feel like the world just works on that duality of good and bad. So, all right. I mean, what I'm getting is that from these cards, what I'm getting is that strength is something that is lacking, in a sense that strength can be worked on. Like, it is something that can be worked on and that needs to be worked on. If you have time within the month to work on strengthening yourself, whether it be going to the gym, whether it be meditating more, whether it be really expanding your knowledge, if you have that time really to go for it, I feel like it would be very like something, Spirit's giving me like something I come across is just very, 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 very important. Or I come across something that's just very helpful or will be helpful. Like, I have something that I come across and it's helpful. like crazy helpful. Also that really there's this earth sign. Sweetheart, don't cut off your bridges. Like, don't burn your bridges at all. Like, do not burn your bridges. Like, don't burn bridges unnecessarily. Like, you know who is toxic and who is not toxic. Like, you know what attitudes or what habits, or you know what is toxic and what is not toxic, and you know what is for you and what helps you and what doesn't. So really come from a place where I feel like getting a hold of your finances this month is definitely going to be important, and just really looking inside yourself and really finding out why this sense of like I need this, I need that, I need to buy this, I need to buy that, like why this sense of excessive like bad habits of spending are coming from, and really just tackle it. Just really tackle it. In the sense, like, really grasp a hold of it. Really grasp a hold of it. But I also feel like just doing some research will definitely help. Like, if you want to strengthening a part of, like, strengthen, because a reverse strength and the King of Pentacles tells me, just as a tarot reader, it tells me that, you know, you're not really good in your finances. And, you know, with the Hermit, that tells me that you really need to look inside of yourself and really figure out why you're not good with finances before you go ahead and deal with those reasons why you're not good at finances and make those decisions. But make sure that you make the decisions that are, because now I'm getting something from Spirit, make sure that you get the decisions with the Knight of Swords. Make sure that you get the decisions with, because this blessing is coming in. This blessing is coming in. Make sure that you get the decisions make sure that you make the decisions in a very discerning way. Like, because this blessing is coming in, I feel like really strengthening yourself, or at least being aware of your disadvantages, are really going to be important. Like, that is, that's partly Spirit, but from a tarot reader standpoint, I would just say, like, watch what you do. Watch how you spend your money, or watch your bad habits with money. Really just look on the inside, see what that's about, and really try to make an effort to fix it. Don't try to push anyone away. I feel like that is going to be your biggest downfall, is if you try to push anyone away. That is just not going to help you this month. Like, that is not going to help you at all. Pushing people away, being crass, being very, like, smart mouth. I don't want to say mouth, but you know what I mean. Like, being a smart butt, like, you really just you just really need to be careful. Just be careful what you say. Like, don't push your help away. There are people to help you, and even if you're embarrassed, you really need to get over that embarrassment and just accept help. Just accept, like, reach out, ask for help, accept it. And everything will be fine. Everything else will fall into place. That's what I feel like. Everything will just fall into place. And you'll be able to turn that strength card right side up. And, you know, definitely. In all the right ways, you'll be able to turn that strength card right side up. So with that being said, on the far right hand side, you have the Ten of Pentacles, the Lily, the Five of Pentacles was the overall for the bottom of that deck, and it really had me worried, so I had it clarified. And 3 cards popped out for the clarification. So there was the Eight of Wands, the Star, and the Eight of Wands, the Star, and the World, along with the Nine of Pentacles. So really, this is just one step of a long journey. Like the end of the journey is the 10 of Pentacles. At the end of the journey is success, is love, is happiness, is stability. It's really that abundance, that overabundance, like that is the end game. But at the end of this month, you will be in the 9 of Pentacles. You will be in the 9 of Pentacles. Your blessings will be of the 10 of Pentacles energy, but you will be of the 9 of Pentacles by the end of the month. But, you know, you come from a place like this really just describes your journey. Like it really just does describe your journey. Like you're in the beginning, you're feeling alone, or you're feeling unheard, or you're really licking your wounds and you really don't need to. And, you know, you're coming from a place of loneliness, and Spirit's just like, no, like no, like why? Like Spirit's just like you can be strong. You can be strong. You can do this. This is like you are capable of doing this. And they really want you, like in the beginning, they really want you to express that. And by expressing that, it really starts this domino effect, and a lot of things start to come in for you. Things that you wish for, things that you wanted to come true, things that you didn't even know you wanted but were just so good for you. And it really brings this balance for you, this balance of give and take, and this balance of understanding that you gave, and now it's time for you to receive. So there is this balance, like these blessings come through, these messages come through, these people come through, and all you're supposed to do is receive. And it's really the end of this cycle, which is why instead of coming out of this as the 10, because you do receive blessings at, you know, the 10 of Pentacles level, but you don't come out of it as the 10 of Pentacles, you come out of it as the 9. Now the way I see it is just more so, the 10 of Pentacles can be represented by another card in one of my other decks, but it's not there. So, but the 9 of Pentacles showed up. So I really feel like the 9 of Pentacles is where you come out of. I feel like otherwise that card would have shown up somewhere. But the 9 of Pentacles is how you end this month. And it's really coming out of like, you're almost there. But we're just going to let you rebel. Like, we're really just going to let you be in this. We're really just going to let you be in the success for a bit before we move on to the next lesson, or to the next level of business, like the next lesson. But it really is just this ending, and it really is this preparation of the ending and this change. Like there's so much going on in this month, so much just going on in this month. And they just want you to know that you are heading towards the 10. The 10 is in your future. It is just in your future. Whether you wished it, whether you wanted to manifest it, whatever, the 10 of Pentacles, like absolute success and abundance is in your future. You just, this is just the path to get there, but you're almost there. Like you're 9. You're 9 out of 10. Like you're almost there. So just like bear with them. Just really just try to... just know that it's all going to a good place, and to really, just to live in love and light and moving forward. And with that being said, Libra, that is your reading for June 2019. Again, if you wish to contact me for a personal reading, which is a lot better, it's a lot less scattered. My goodness. If you wish for a personal reading, the way to contact me is in the description box. Make sure to like, share, or subscribe if you feel like it, if that's what you want to do. There's a bell icon if you want to get a notification of when I post a new video. I still have to do mid-months. I've just been having ascension symptoms and just all these different things. Like it's just been one thing after another. Like I'm trying to get through it. But because of the inconvenience, because my website is down, I'm giving 50% off of all of my services, all of my readings. So if you want to contact me for more information, I really do encourage it. If you want to leave me a message or questions down in the comments, I would really appreciate so much. It would better help me if I understood you. Like, it would better help me if I understood you and how you perceive these messages, so that I am capable of, like, I can be rest assured that, you know, what I'm doing is for is doing good. Like, what I'm doing is doing good. Or what I'm doing is just not reaching people the way it should. So it will definitely help me. Any comments or questions that you have will definitely not only help me, but help us. All right. All right, that's all, Libra. I love you guys. Bye. Enjoy your June.